can't stop thinking all about you today. Don't think I can stop thinking about you today. I'm sad, smiling, thinking about you today. I can't stop thinking all about you today. You make me feel free. I'm thinking all about you today. You make me feel seen, like I remember but forget all that I gotta say. To say what I mean. I'm thinking that I might take you out on a date. Do you hear my heartbeat? Cause I hear yours when I'm 10 feet away. Stop thinking all about you today. I can't stop thinking all about you today. I can't stop thinking all about you today. I can't stop thinking all about you today. I'm still thinking about you today.
विटामिन बी कॉम्प्लेक्स ग्रुप का विटामिन लाइफ के
मुझे हेलीकॉप्टर में बनाया है ये इंकी पोंकी एयरलाइंस का है। थैंक यू। अब मॉनसून आपको बताइए कैसे उड़ता है ये। रिकॉर्ड नहीं करा आपको। गाइस अगर आप हमारी एयरलाइंस में बैठेंगे तो ये आपको कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री गिफ्ट में मिलेगा। ओके पापा हूँ मैं इसका करने ना That's a ring, guys. If you couldn't understand, that's a ring. जाओ मेरी बेटी सदा सुहागन। डॉक्टर प्राची डॉग में इंजेक्ट कर डॉग को बचाती हुई।
तुम लोग को एग्जाम में काम आएगा। अल्फा 1 पे काम करें। As I told you, अल्फा 1
About you today, sitting here.
Everyone, reading update time. I haven't been reading a lot, that's why I've not been doing a lot of reading updates, but I do have some reading updates to give you. I'm currently reading 2 books, and the very first book that I'm reading is The Vegetarian by Han Kang. A very hyped up book, like it's very auspicious I think, because it has like won a lot of awards, and I was really burdened with this book because I really wanted to see what the hype was about, and I wanted to get into some literary fiction because I have not been reading a lot of them this year especially. So if we talk about the context of this book, we see this as a small act of independence because this married woman suddenly decides that she wants to become an individual who has vegetarian diet, because she has been going through really violent and graphic and bloody nightmares of blood, flesh, and the violence that we do to procure meat from the animals that we eat, and she decides that she wants to be a vegetarian. Only that makes her an alien to the society that she is in. For the cultural context is really tricky in this aspect, because if this was a case in India, it wouldn't have been that difficult, because a lot of the population, a majority of the population is of vegetarian diet, so it wouldn't have been that difficult. But if you talk about the country that she comes from, which is South Korea, the country is heavily dependent on meat. Every single meal is meat based. It suddenly becomes a point of contention in that married woman's life, because everybody is against her, and they seem to believe that it's a phase that she's going through and she will come back to it, because how can someone not choose to have meat, because majority of the country does, and it's like a dietary intake that they have, like they think this as a dietary necessity in South Korea, but she does not feel so. She becomes like this very obstinate and very rude, very stuck on the decision that she takes. And it's not only about the choice that she makes to become a vegetarian, it's also about a choice that a woman takes for herself, and that cannot be accepted by the family, by the society. The beauty of this book I find in is the description. The writing is very fluid, very ethereal. It sometimes feels like a stream of consciousness, and sometimes like fever dream. I have some good paragraphs highlighted. One of my favorite description of something that he writes it. Also, it gives you a kind of arousal, not sexual. I would say necessarily, but it's like an arousal for literature. I don't know what exactly that means, but yeah, I felt that. Okay, so this paragraph is my absolute favorite. It's nothing significant, but it did something to me. And it says, first he swept up the hair that was falling over her shoulders, and then, starting from the nape of her neck, he began to paint. Half open buds, red and orange, bloomed splendidly on her shoulders and back, and slender stems twined down her side. When he reached the hump of her right buttock, he painted an orange flower in full bloom with a thick, vivid yellow pistil protruding from its center. So, context would be a spoiler, so I wouldn't tell, but basically, there's this painter who's painting on her naked body, the backside, and the way it has been written is not sexual, which is very hard to do because the whole scenario seemed really sexual. Like a naked body insinuates something intimate or sexual, but it was just intimate, not in a sexual way, if that makes any sense. And I felt really thrown off in a good way, and I actually absolutely loving the book, because I'm still not done and I'm more than halfway through. But yes, this book is not just about being a vegetarian, it's way deeper, and it's about an autonomy of a woman, so you should definitely check this book out.
ASMR.
एक डब्बे में मैं करूंगी.
इतना पास भी मत लो.
यार दो ही नहीं है इसमें.
एक है.
हाँ.
मुझे लगा सच में भूल गया मेरा. ये गाइस, these are Belgian waffles.
इसके फेस पे चला दो इसको. इसके फेस पे.
Can we feel the light above you? Even on a cloudy day, can you feel me beside you? Does it wash away the pain? She said, you know I just want you to love me.
Hi, so to give you a quick update, I have begun reading this book, A Curse for True Love, which is the last book in the series Once Upon a Broken Heart. And I'm like so scared right now because the book 2, Ballad of Never After, the stakes have become like really high. The ending was, oh my god, it's a good book. It's actually a good series. I thought it's like overhyped, but I understand the hype. It's really enjoyable. The fantasy elements and the story, the plot, characters, it feels a bit refreshing because I have seen fantasy books where things become very repetitive. but in this series I don't feel so. This is the last book, and I have heard that people don't quite like the ending of this book, and I am skeptical as well, because I really need to have a solid ending. Because yeah, I need to have a good ending. I cannot take if the ending is an open ending or something that doesn't go well with my protagonist. I'm gonna break down, absolutely cause a havoc all over. But things have changed, and I'm just like so scared right now for reading this book. I'll update you. Do I tell you what this book is about? I think I told you about the first book. I'll tell you later. I was just wanted to update you about this book for like now. I'll update you more when I read more, okay? Hello, I'm outside the college cafeteria. I'm sitting under this umbrella. Can you see? And like it's a very cozy and nice arrangement. And I'm reading this book, Curse of True Love, and I'm enjoying the bit a lot. Sorry for the background noise because it's basically a hospital that I live in. I'm enjoying the book. I had my coffee. It was an okay coffee, but anyway, what do you expect like from a college cafeteria? But yeah, I make better coffees for sure. Enjoying this book. I'm like really shy filming in front of the um, public, but I just tried. I'm thinking to leave soon. I'm not leaving now, but yeah, I'll read a bit more and then I'll leave for here. I've been outside for like half an hour or so, so I'll let you know my updates about this book. I don't think it will be done in this vlog, but yeah, sure. Bye bye. Happy reading to me. Bye bye. Hi, so I have some time to update you about my reading because I have some time between two of my classes. So I'm still reading A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber, the last book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. I am enjoying it, but not more than I enjoyed the book too. But I'm hoping for a good satisfying end to it. Any which way, I also finished reading Reaping on the Sunrise by Suzanne Collins, also the author of Hunger Games trilogy. This is a prequel to Hunger Games, which I enjoyed a lot. My heart broke so many times. This is about Hamish Abernethy. I would not give a lot of backstory because I assume that you know about Hunger Games, so I wouldn't give a backstory what Hunger Games is and who is Hamish Abernethy. But he is the winner of 25th games, and the Hunger Games trilogy takes place 74th to 75th games. So sorry, 50th games. He was the winner of the 50th Hunger Games, which was 25 years prior, and he has to mentor the chosen two for the trilogy that we read. This is a prequel, and we get to know how he won and whatever he had to go through to win that 50th game. It was such a good book. Suzanne Collins wrote it so very well. I just loved the book. My heart broke for him. I just cannot go more than that. I just cannot explain how I felt, but yes, I loved it. Yes, that was my reading update for you guys, and yes, I'll let you know about this in some other vlog.